to the Honky Tonk Cabin on Vague Radio UK, where we play country music exclusively by UK country artists. Now, we've a number of new releases for you this week, as well as interviews with Gary Quinn and Emma Jade that we recorded at the Buckle and Boots Festival. But first up, here's Danny McMahon with his new single, Better Like That.
Pretend like we ain't been here before, when it was so damn different and you left wanting more. That designer bag really fits your outfit. It's not a fake, I know, cause I bought it. You're pulling in every guy on the dance floor. But don't forget that I've seen you in my t-shirt with yesterday's makeup on your hair and a messy bun on the couch. Well, girl, I like you better like that. But don't forget that I've seen you taking your heels off, slipping out of that black dress, just me and you, not trying to impress. But girl, I like you better like that. But girl, I like you better like that. I'm second guessing if you're gonna look my way. I don't like this, but I guess I'll just play your game. You posted our favorite song on Instagram, the first front page, me in Birmingham. Who else in this place knows your name? But don't forget that I've seen you in my t-shirt with yesterday's makeup on your hair and a messy bun on the couch. But girl, I like you better like that. But don't forget that I've seen you taking your heels off, slipping out of that black dress, just me and you, not trying to impress. But girl, I like you better like that. But girl, I like you better like that. Baby, please come home. I'm tired of playing this game on my own. The clock is ticking, it's time to go. The bartender's screaming, let's go. If I don't take that chance, I'll never know. Cause I would like to see you in my t-shirt with yesterday's makeup on your hair and a messy bun on the couch. But girl, I like you better like that. Girl, I would love to help you take your heels off, slip you out of that black dress, just me and you, not trying to impress. But girl, I like you better like that. Girl, I like you better like that. Girl, I like you better like that. Girl, I like you better like that.
Till the very end, but you out of the plans. Thought you could have your way and leave it, and kept on repeating. Somehow I was blind, about to lose my mind. Left me battered and bruised, left me broken and used. No time for goodbyes, cause I could finally see what was behind your mystery. Sadie, maybe a melody. How many other girls everybody warned me from the start that you were right for me, and you would break my heart. But I was blind, about to lose my mind. Left me battered and bruised, left me broken and used. No time for goodbyes, 'cause I could finally see what was behind your mystery. Eyes, now I can't see what's in front of me. She may be a Sadie, maybe a Melanie. How many other girls that seem to be behind you? Misty eyes, and now it's not to my surprise that you got found out for your lies 'cause of your mistake. Eyes, 'cause of your misty eyes. 'Cause of your misty eyes, now I can't see what's in front of me. She may be a Sadie, maybe a Melanie. How many other girls that seem to be behind you? Misty eyes, and now it's not to my surprise that you got found out for your lies 'cause of your mistake. Eyes, 'cause of your misty eyes.
We're Tennessee Twin, and you're listening to the Honky Tonk Cabin on Vague Radio.
The country music programme exclusively playing UK country artists.
I didn't even know that I was lost before I found you. Now I see who I'm supposed to be anytime that I'm around you. I don't know how a girl like you could choose a guy like me. But why would anybody question meant to be? I know, you know, never gonna be the guy with 3 cars in the driveway, or standing on the main stage, spotlight pointing my way. You got me living the dream. Finally, I'm just me being me. You made this nobody somebody. I was just a shadow of a man before I met you. I thought a million years would come and pass before I get you. But girl, somehow you took this kid and turned him to a king. I don't need fortune, don't need fame. You give me everything. Never gonna be the guy with 3 cars in the driveway, or standing on the main stage, spotlight pointing my way. You got me living the dream. Finally, I'm just me being me. You made this nobody somebody, somebody, somebody. It wasn't gonna be just anybody, anybody. I'm never gonna be the guy with 3 cars in the driveway, or standing on the main stage, spotlight pointing my way. You've got me living the dream. Finally, I'm just me being me. You made this nobody somebody.
Delighted to have with me Gary Quinn, 6 times British Country Music Award winner from Omagh.
That's right,
in
yeah.
Northern Ireland, and also one of the organisers of the Buckle and Boots Festival this year. Has it been a good festival, Gary?
Yeah, I think we've all been excited just to get back to live music, and whenever we've had to postpone in the past, we've seen the disappointment out there, but none so much as ourselves. This is like a family reunion for us every year. There's so many people come back. It's the last time they've seen each other was at a country festival like Buckle and Boots, so we've just been excited to welcome everybody through the gate again. And you know, last night kicked off really well, and we're really excited now for the main stage to kick off tonight with the writers' round. I'm just eager to get back at it.
And how have you found lockdown yourself from your own music? Was that difficult, or?
It was kind of a strange one. I think a lot of people focused on the negatives of COVID, which of course there were a lot, and sympathies to anyone that was really affected by that. But for myself, it gave me time. You know, it gave me time to reflect on my own music, change the dynamic of the music that I was making, and give me some time to focus solely on that, rather than having the background of the festival to be working on through the year as well. So I had 3 single releases this year so far, but my last release might have been 2 or 3 years ago. So it gave me time to spend with my family, you know, watch the 2 kids grow up a wee bit more, which is great to see their personalities emerge and be dad more so than I've ever been, and doing homeschooling and all that sort of thing. So it's been pretty chaotic really, and the fact that we were locked down, we just weren't doing a lot with other people, but I was able to focus a lot more on myself.
And as lockdown has ended, how are bookings going? Are you getting lots of gigs coming up?
Yeah, it's been a busy July, and it'll go into August, September. I'm getting out to Denmark in September as well. Thankfully the diary's filling up again. But more importantly, I think I want to get back into the studio and start kind of picking up where I left off with the last release, and get back over to Sweden and work with Richard Alex over there, where he produced the last 3 records. So there's lots of kind of cool things to be working on and getting excited about.
You came, you saw, conquered my heart. Then we built what remained, just to tear it apart. But I'd rather love and lose than never love at all. All these battle scars are just part of the war. If I had to do this again, I'd still go this far, 'cause I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all. I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all. You can't choose who you love, love chooses us. We're just victims of the game. I've stood too close to see the reality. Now I've only me to blame. 'Cause I'd rather love and lose than never love at all. All these battle scars are just part of
this far, 'cause I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all. I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all. Not a bridge that I could burn that could take away this hurt. But if I can't have you, at least I know I've learned that I'd rather love and lose than never love at all. All these battle scars are just part of the war. If I had to do this again, I'd still go this far, 'cause I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all. I'd rather love and lose than never love you at all.
And I mentioned at the beginning, winner of 6 BCMA awards. Do you think you'll win one this year?
I can't see it, to be honest. There's a lot of great talent coming through now. You know, Tim Proddy Jones, Jake Morrell, to name just a few. I think just in general over the last couple of years, the quality of production, quality of writing, quality of artists, you know, popping up and saying that their country has been immense and fully welcomed, because we need these guys and girls to come through. It's what our festival's built upon. We wanted a platform for UK country music. Even when we were designing the buckle and the logo, we have 2 cowboy boots there, one with the American flag, one with a UK flag. The UK one is the one that's first, because we want to put UK country music on the front foot. So that's the premise of the festival. So the more guys and girls coming through that are writing and releasing their own music, the better. And it's great to see that the quality levels have come up along the year too.
But, I mean, you've been in the UK country scene for a while. What were your main influences? What sucked you into country music?
Growing up in Oma, in Northern Ireland, you know, country music was around everywhere. Big following of Irish country music back home, which wouldn't be my first go-to. But as soon as I heard Garth Brooks being played on radio in Ireland, I was just like, who is this guy? Checked him out. He had a great relationship with Ireland as well back in the 90s. Came across a few times, and I seen him in 1998 in King's Hall in Belfast, and just blew me away. And so I just wanted to say, yeah, I'll do that if I can. Started to write songs then a couple of years later, and here we are. Really, it's opened so many doors for me, and it's not something I set out to maybe do at the very beginning. Something I kind of fell into, but the more doors that were opened, the more people that you met, the more chances you got to write with other artists and other writers. And all I love to do now is write songs. I love performing them as well, but I love writing songs. I love trying to improve all the time and write with better artists as much as I can.
In terms of what you want to do now with your career, what would be the main goal that you want to try and get?
There's a few bucket list moments that I'd still like to go after. You know, I got to perform at the Bluebird a couple of times, so I'd love to play the Ryman or play the Opry in some capacity. So that's always going to be there. As a writer, the main aim is to get, you know, A-list artists in Nashville cutting my songs, and hopefully in some of the rooms that I get into, that's something that can really be tangible for someone like myself. And I would love to do it as a non-Nashvilleian, not living there, just to see what happens. But just focusing on improving, you know, as a writer. I can write till I'm dead, really. So performing wise, I'd love to perform as long as I can, but I'm aware that, you know, the performance in regards to age and all that thing can start to dwindle down. But I'll perform as long as I can, but I'll always be writing. And that would be the main aim, just to get those cuts from American artists. It's probably the biggest compliment if somebody came forward and said, I want to sing that song you've written, because they feel it and then they deliver it in a way that feels different to them, that maybe you've written it for. And like, that's the best artists too, whenever they make you believe they've written the song, because they feel it that much.
Gary, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to some of your new music.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for having us. Appreciate it.
I sat down, he said, "What's your poison?" I just laughed. Said, "I doubt you'll have it." He said, "I've heard that before, why don't you give it a shot?" It ain't the bourbon or Jose Cuervo, Johnny Walker Red, Black Label in a place like this. It's just something you ain't got. It's that rush to your head once it hits your lips as you hook like an addict after just one fix of that sweet, smooth taste that takes control of your world. 5'4", sun-kissed skin, dark brown eyes that'll pull you in better than anything else. She's a top shelf kind of girl. That's my poison. He bent down, reached under the counter, said, "I got 'em brewed, might help you forget her." I said, "We both know that ain't true, but what's it gotta do?" That rush to your head once it hits your lips as you hook like an addict after just one fix of that sweet, smooth taste that takes control of your world. 5'4", sun-kissed skin, dark brown eyes that'll pull you in better than anything else. She's a top shelf kind of girl. That's my poison, so intoxicating I can't resist it. Yeah, I want it. Hell, I need it. That rush to your head once it hits your lips as you hook like an addict after just one fix of that sweet, smooth taste that takes control of your world. 5'4", sun-kissed skin, dark brown eyes that'll pull you in better than anything else. She's a top shelf kind of girl. That's my poison. She's my poison.
Hey, this is Tim Proddy Jones for the Honky Tonk Cabin exclusively for UK artists.
That butterfly is none the wiser. He's fluttering his pretty colors like there's no tomorrow. I noticed Mr. Blackbird, he's singing from the old oak tree, and he lifts my soul up high. Oh, these little things, oh, we get blinded by triple life. I'm losing track of days. I'm losing track of days.
this I feel inside. Oh, I like this new pace. Don't want to race back to what was left behind. Oh, I'm losing track of the days. Oh, I'm losing track of the days. Oh, I'm losing track of the days. In a good way. In a good way. Oh, I'm losing track of the days.
Well, that was Sarah Yo and her new recording released this week, Losing Track of the Days. Now, one of the big issues that emerged during lockdown was the plight of women in abusive relationships. Well, Brigid O'Neill wrote a song about it called Leaving. Here it is.
She fought to keep her hands from shaking, but her face was set in stone. All the years that went before this brought her to this place alone. All the fear she held within her, pressing hard against flesh and broken bone. Leaving now was all she had left, but in her heart that she'd always known. But she stopped to listen on the landing. She held her breath and listened for a cry. Then silently she moved on down the staircase. She's leaving her home for one last time. Quiet street with quiet people, living out their quiet lives. Quiet woman lives among them, ghost behind those clever lies. All the love she holds within her makes her stay for her children's smiles. But all the while she's on a fear ride, roller coaster of his lows and highs. And she stops to listen on the landing. She holds her breath and listens for a cry. Then silently she moves on down the staircase. She's leaving her home for one last time. On the wall there hangs a photo left there from another time. A pretty girl smiles out amid lace, handsome young man by her side. In her head images flicker, scenes of harm play out in her mind. Past those frames of growing children, now's her time to leave all that behind. Then she used to stop out on the landing, stifling her own desperate cry. Then silently she'd move on down She's sure she hears him stifling a cry, but silently she moves on down that staircase. A woman with her head held high. She's leaving that home for one last time. She's leaving her home for one last time.
Welcome to the Honky Tonk Cabin.
Thanks, thank you for having me.
It's a delight to have what someone has been described as the pint-sized hippie.
That's
Powerhouse of a voice.
that's definitely me, the pint-sized hippie, yeah.
Love it. Now, one of your claims to fame is that you appeared on The Voice. And I didn't realise it was way back in 2013.
It was, yeah. So I think my year was 2013. It was the second season that it ever aired in the UK. I applied for the first season and sort of chickened out and didn't go. I had sort of a brush with X Factor in the past, and it sort of put me off a little bit. So I didn't go to the first auditions, and then the second one I went, and I didn't think that I would even get through the sort of open audition, the first one, and yeah, I just kept getting through all the rounds, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be on the actual auditions in front of the judges," and I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
I loved your face when Top Judge turned around.
That was genuine shock, just genuine shock, because so this now, I mean, we're going back, 8-9 years nearly, and what am I now, 27, so I was 17, 18 years old, and I'd never known that country music existed in the UK, so for me, that was a big risk, and I thought, oh God, nobody's going to turn for me, because they're going to think, what is this young girl doing, singing a Guns N' Roses song and trying to make it sound country? And so when he turned around, it was genuine shock. I was just in absolute disbelief. And I remember walking off the stage and just sort of like standing there and thinking, that actually just happened. Takes me away to that special place, and if I stare too long, probably break down and cry. Oh Lord, whoa, sweet child of mine.
Go on, come on, go.
Love of mine, yeah. He's got eyes to the blue skies and keep me I hate to look into
Jesus.
and see now. Whoa, sweet child of mine.
He sounds young.
Whoa, sweet love of mine.
Come on.
I learned a lot. I was very, very young, but I learned a lot, yeah.
So, how have you found your progression since then, getting gigs and doing gigs?
Yeah, so I think for me, my whole attitude to everything has just changed in very, very recent years. I sort of went in a bit of a direction of thinking, oh, like I'm going to make money off being on The Voice, which, do you know what, for a couple of years I did, and it was great. But I was very much painted as this pop country princess, and that wasn't who I was really deep down. So I sort of took a bit of a step away for a couple of years and really sort of evaluated what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. And so I sort of started off as this Taylor Swift, UK's answer to Taylor Swift, pop country princess, and sort of took a step away and sort of re-emerged as what I am now, which is sort of pure, for me, it's just authentic songwriting, whether it's Americana, whether it's country, I don't know what it is, but it's what I love.
Lockdown's ended.
Yeah.
Life's reopened.
I know.
How are the bookings going? How are things going?
Yeah, so things are going well. We have a lot of things that we had in place before lockdown that we're now trying to find a way to do safely. We're hoping to be back out on tour soon. I was meant to be on tour in the US last October, and obviously that didn't happen. So we're hoping that that's going to happen next year. And I've just got a new band, so at the moment we're just sort of like hunkering down in the studio, writing and playing music, and it's lovely, it's nice.
In terms of recording, are you aiming to do much recording and get something out later this year or next year?
Yeah. So it's probably not going to be this year, purely just because I have so much on with the charity. That has sort of become a really, really big focus point in my life. So I've had so much to do with that. So it's probably not going to be this year. It's probably going to be early next year. Definitely, we've been working on a more sort of acoustic EP, which sort of takes me a little bit back to my roots.
Well, a big thank you to the lovely Emma Jade. Now, this next song comes from her 2018 EP, Older Now, and it's called Can't Help Falling in Love.
I know that this is wrong, right from where I'm standing now, maybe for the moment. Oh, but it won't work somehow. I know that it ain't easy to let the light shine through. After loving, let you broken, feeling like a bitter fool. And I don't know now where we're heading to, and I don't know now, but I know we'll sit through. There's a memory on the mountain, there's a song in this guitar, there's a line in a hotel room, there's a beating in my heart, there's a love that can be broken no matter what we do. Even though you're leaving, I can't stop falling in love with you.
I'm a troubadour, the guitar on my back, but you'll never see any anguish in my eyes. For too long, let the feelings inside be smothered by my lion heart pride. I only cry when I'm drinking. In my troubles I drown, and I get to thinking about all the things that kept me down. 'Cause when I drink too much whiskey, yeah, it all starts to hit me. Like a damaged vessel, I start sinking. I only cry when I'm drinking. You're a man now, boy, not a candle in the wind. Mask your wounded mind, it'll heal with time. I can't lie, there's a storm inside my soul. I don't want anyone to know it's not their burden. I only cry when I'm drinking. In my troubles I drown, and I get to thinking about all the things that kept me down. 'Cause when I drink too much whiskey, yeah, it all starts to hit me. Like a damaged vessel, I start sinking. Only cry when I'm drinking. Forget what I said, it's nothing a man can handle. I've just been drinking way too much Jack Daniels. The bottle helps me open up, and I end up saying way too much. To follow the line I've been walking, it's just the whiskey talking. I only cry when I'm drinking. In my troubles I drown, and I get to thinking about all the things that kept me down. 'Cause when I drink too much whiskey, it all starts to hit me. Like a damaged vessel, I start sinking. Only cry when I'm drinking.
Well, that was Mitchell Kersly with his new release, I Only Cry When I'm Drinking. And we've another new release from Manchester-based Chloe Jones called Damsel.
You come and calm me down again. Come and hear and hold my hand. I'll play your damsel in distress. I've never seen you mad. It's not a trait you ever seem to have. You could teach me that. I'm locked up in a hotel room in Guatemala City. Thunderstorms and doom and gloom, feeling kinda shitty. on the verge of crying for the fear of nearly dying, and it's you who keeps on trying to keep me sane. And if I could, you know, I'd fly there in a minute, touchdown where you are, and I hope you'd just go with it. You told me now 100 times how I should meet your mother. Is that true? Baby, all I wanna see is you. Again, my head is in my hands. If you could see me, you would laugh. You always watching my ways, always catching my displays. No one else would look at me that way. Oh, I'm locked up in this hotel room in Guatemala City. Thunderstorms and doom and gloom, feeling kinda shitty. On the verge of crying for the fear of nearly dying, and it's you who keeps on trying to keep me sane. And if I could, you know, I'd fly there in a minute, touchdown where you are, and I know you'd just go with it. You told me now 100 times how I should meet your mother, how your sisters might not like me, trying to date their baby brother. But you, all I wanna see is you. This hotel room in Guatemala City, wishing more than anything you could be here with me, wishing more than anything that I could see you soon. Oh, it's so true, baby, all I wanna see is you.
In the car, you were singing to your favorite song without a care in the world. You took me to a time when you were young, just a small-time boy and a city girl, running on adrenaline. Feel I'm gonna feel again when we get out of this town. Under the desert moon, I'll be watching you, counting all your wishes, nothing left to lose. But all I ever ask is keep me off my axis. We can run away every day. Keep it going, keep me wild forever. Just keep me wild forever. Take me to a place only you would know. I'm okay here where the wildflowers grow. The sky exploding with orange and blue. When you get colder, there's a blanket for two. Under the desert moon, I'll be watching you, counting all your wishes, nothing left to lose. All I ever ask is keep me off my axis. We can run away every day. Keep it going, keep me wild forever. Just keep me wild forever. Under the desert moon, I'll be watching you, counting all your wishes, with nothing left to lose. All I ever ask is keep me off my axis. We can run away every day. Let's keep it going, keep me wild forever. Just keep me wild forever.
Well, we've come to the end of the Honky Tonk Cabin Show on Vague Radio UK, where we play country music exclusively by UK country artists. And on today's show, we've had a plethora of new releases, and we're going to finish with one too. This is Taynee and the Crookes, and I Don't Want Flowers.
Day I came home to a package at the door. I didn't have a clue on something I couldn't ignore. So roses were staring me right in the face. I went to the kitchen, I grabbed water in a vase. I opened the card and my mind went blank. Well, why is this from you? My heart, it just sank. I don't want you to buy me flowers, but you did. Why can't a bit of you rub off on him? I appreciate the thought, you see, but it ain't working out for you and me. I don't want you to buy me flowers, I want him. He wants to meet up with me the next day, so I try to tell him I don't feel the same way. You look at me, trying to keep your pride, but we both know how you feel inside. I admire the way you tell me how you feel, but it's not you whose feelings I want picked me up in his car, and we didn't get to driving.